Yes, I'm going to Sacramento to visit my brother. Squashy Grapefruit's going to be joining us, and it's going to be fun. We begin at LA Union Station, where I just got off a commuter express bus from the San Gabriel Valley. We need to board an Amtrak bus, but those have a completely different platform on the other side of the station. I finally figured out which elevator button to press, the one with the star next to it. Alright, we're early. I had some extra time, so I walked around to explore the Amtrak bus platform area. It's a pretty nice courtyard. Apparently pedestrians can exit through here, but not re-enter. In this corner I found the Metro bike locker, and a road to the upper level which is access for Amtrak's offices. Speaking of Amtrak, let's talk about our ticket options. When you search LA to Sacramento on their website, you have to slog through 3 pages of options, many of which are actually duplicates because, I guess since they have multiple buses connecting with the same San Joaquins train, they have to list them as different options even though they leave and arrive at virtually the same time. In reality, I found they let you board either bus because they're all going to the same place. Of course, the most direct trip from LA to Sacramento is the Coast Starlight, which I've taken before and it's lovely. But this time I didn't want to arrive to Sacramento around midnight, so the next best thing would be a bus to the San Joaquins that goes to Sacramento, right? Unfortunately, they're only operating 1 train per day along this routing, which also arrived around midnight. But hey, it's 5 hours faster than the Starlight. The next best option is the bus-train-bus trilogy from LA to Bakersfield to Stockton to Sacramento, which is what I went with. Now, they also throw in a bunch of other fun options in case you wanted to pay extra to, say, take a bus directly to San Jose to connect with the Capitol Corridor, or Pacific Surfliner to San Luis Obispo to bus to San Jose to Capitol Corridor, or Surfliner to bus to Emeryville to California Zephyr, or bus to San Joaquins to Martinez to Capitol Corridor, or even better, wait 5 hours for the Coast Starlight, which you could have just gone with in the first place. I know a few of these sound a bit ridiculous, but more options is always better in case the one you want is sold out, like the Coast Starlight was for my return trip. And plus, we can at least thank them for not including Southwest Chief to California Zephyr, even though that would still be fewer transfers than my route. That being said, the reason we have to take a bus to Bakersfield first is because Amtrak isn't allowed to run a train route through the Tehachapi Pass due to freight traffic. But once the high-speed rail is complete, we won't have to worry about that. I feel like this icon was designed by the same person who designed the Neighborhood Watch logo. Because what's with these people having random triangular chunks missing from them? Your pre-high-speed rail bus connection. We're still early, so they haven't started boarding yet. Connection with the Stockton train. This bus will depart at 9:19 from the Northside Patio Station.
Relinquish your pipes, please, fellas.
Pigeons. Oh, there's tables. Oh, these seats are actually pretty nice with luxurious amounts of legroom. Outlets. Tray table. The tray table latch was actually broken, so I had to shove a towel in between there, otherwise it would fall down by itself. I do not know what this is for. And good cup holder. We head north on city streets to Glendale, the only other stop this bus will make besides Bakersfield. We continue north on the 5 freeway, passing by an above-ground segment of the Los Angeles Aqueduct. It looked so weird to see such a man-made waterfall outside of an amusement park. We ascend into the mountains on a dreaded stretch of the 5 freeway known as the Grapevine, which is notorious for severe weather closures in the winter. I didn't get any shots of the snow in the mountains, but you can see how low the clouds are here. Coming down the hill, we enter into the Central Valley of California and make our way into Bakersfield. Yes, we in Bakersfield. Buses arrived. They're rocking that old stuff here. New Jersey Transit cars that are not accessible to the rest of the train because the doors don't line up. Interesting. Now I know I got roasted in my Arizona video for mispronouncing Tempe, so I promised myself I would do better in this video. Yes, we're about to get on the Amtrak San Joaquins to Stockton. One of my favorite DJs is from Bakersfield, Mr. Chalk. Let's go check out the station. Make note of asymmetric roofline. Check. Comment about how there's more vending machines here than LA. Check. Wait for someone else to open the bathroom door because you don't want to be bothered to get the code. Check.
Richmond, Emeryville, final destination, Oakland, Jack London Square. This is train 715.
Sweet. And we are off. Bakersfield lies within one of the biggest oil-producing regions in the country, so there's definitely signs of that. But what the San Joaquin Valley is really known for is agriculture, and we're gonna see a lot of that. Let's play how many of the food items I bought at the grocery store are from companies based along the route we're taking today. We got celery from Salinas, which is actually a different agricultural valley in California, and a station along the coast Starlight. Sunflower seeds grown in Canada. The company's based out of Livermore, which is a station on the Altamont Corridor Express, in fact. Apples from somewhere in Washington. We grow apples here in California, but they're mostly limited to very specific mountain regions. In fact, once we get to Sacramento, we'll be taking a road trip up to Placerville to get some of them apples. Oranges from Fowler. We'll be passing really close to Fowler, but they're actually situated along a different railroad subdivision. And then this walnut pie crust from Stockton, which we'll be literally passing right next to. Stockton. I feel like 50% of my knowledge of the Central Valley is from the Disney movie McFarland, which takes place somewhere in that direction. And I think the other 50% is from a Cesar Chavez documentary. We begin to see our first signs of the high-speed rail construction, the route of which overlaps the San Joaquins for much of it, either at grade alongside of it, or above it on viaduct structures like this.
Utilize the large luggage racks down below, then head on upstairs for general seating. Train 715.
After Wasco, we passed through the real least used Amtrak station in California at Colonel Allensworth State Park, which is only used for special events. The one thing that caught my attention in Corcoran was this tiny home manufacturer. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with tiny homes. For one, they're very efficient, but on the other hand, they evoke feelings of claustrophobia. And I'm pretty sure my Taurusness gets offended by any living unit that isn't permanently anchored to the earth. 30-year mortgage for a tiny home? Are you crazy? Okay, is California's economy really that bad? Hey, I thought this wasn't a social commentary.
Oh look, a manure factory.
Unlike Pacific Surfliner, they appear to only have bathrooms downstairs, but it is the nice, big, accessible one. Now see Metrolink? That is a coat hook. Of course, Squashy is enjoying all this agricultural scenery. From the backyards in Crenshaw to the orchards in Fresno. I don't see no grapefruit orchards, Squashy.
Food and beverages, no bags or luggage allowed in the cafe. That is not general seating. That means there's a 25-minute limit, then you must return to your seat or table, regardless of whether you finish your food or drinks or not. You can also bring those food and beverages back to your seat or table if you wish. Restrooms are downstairs with the exception of the cafe. Please do not use the speakerphone option aboard this train at any time. No one else wants to hear that conversation.
Yeah, the only thing in season right now is navel oranges, probably. Clean air stop at Merced.
Sir, get back on the train, please.
Don't get left behind. It's hard to tell what any of those trees are because it's winter, but it wouldn't surprise me if they're all almonds. This is where that one movie with George Lucas was filmed. The bus leaves at 4:46. We have 5 minutes to board the bus. Entering Stockton, we approach the Stockton Diamond, which is the most congested freight junction in the state. They're actually planning to elevate the Union Pacific tracks above the BNSF tracks to alleviate this choke point. Wait, is that why it's called Diamond Foods? Now, the confusing thing about Stockton is that Amtrak actually uses two different stations for the San Joaquins. Oakland-bound trains use the San Joaquin Street station, which we are heading to, where Sacramento-bound trains use the Robert J. Cabral station, which is shared with the ACE commuter train. Stockton! Different style. Nice flooring. A little bit less legroom. Small tray table. Let's go. This bathroom feels like a time machine. No sink. Bring your own water. Wait, is that saying don't stand up and pee in the toilet? All these years of gender conditioning and this is what I get? And by the way, do not press the emergency button and flush. It's just a hole in the ground. Okay, good enough for me. Looks like the sunroof is open so we get some fresh air back here. Squeaky, squeaky. Sunset shots. Everyone likes them. Even if they're in Stockton. Now, I've heard Stockton has a reputation for a number of things.
We're going to Stockton, California, one of the best places in America to live.
But one thing I learned during this trip is it is actually a port city, and it's the furthest into the Central Valley you can get with a cargo ship, which would explain the amount of industry here. It's basically the Duluth, Minnesota of California. We made one stop in Lodi, skipping the other Stockton station, and the one in Elk Grove because nobody was ticketed for there. Extended sunset shots. Everyone loves them. The sunroof being open is nice until it starts smelling like manure. Pulling into Sacramento. I'm gonna need a bum rush to the light rail so I don't have to wait 30 minutes for the next one. Let's go. I'm out of time and all I got is 4 minutes. 4 minutes. That's so 90s. I love it. Bruh. Hashtag sweet transit accessible ice skating. Is anyone else wondering what's going to happen to the San Joaquins once the high-speed rail is complete? So I couldn't really find a straight answer on this, but it sounds like once the high-speed rail interim segment between Merced and Bakersfield is complete, the San Joaquins is going to terminate in Merced as a feeder service for it, and then somehow they're going to extend it north to Chico. And then between Stockton and Sacramento, they're going to continue running trains on the current routing, but also run additional trains along this other routing, building a bunch of new stations and going a different path through Sacramento up to Natomas, where there will be a bus bridge to the airport. And then I guess the ACE commuter train is also going to go to Merced and Sacramento. Vote now in the comments if you think any of this is going to happen.